All right, guys, back again at the TOPDON booth. We're at SEMA this time rather than the Apex booth, and today we have Chad with us from TOPDON. He's going to tell us more about the scan tools and some other products.
Absolutely, we got a full line of Phoenix professional level scan tools. You've seen most of them on the channel already, but I want to go through the differentiation because we get a lot of questions on which one is right for me. Do I need to spend all the money on the Max, or can I save with another tool? So we're going to start here at the Phoenix Lite 2. The Phoenix Lite 2 is, I consider this my toolbox tool. This is for every technician in the shop can have this tool, can afford this tool. It's less than $1,000, comes with 2 years of updates, 2 years of warranty. This is a professional level tool. This has bidirectional controls, active tests, special functions, coding, memory resets. It's all in this one device. So if you're in a shop that they only have one professional tool the whole shop is trying to share and you want your own, this is my go-to. That's the Phoenix Lite 2. If you want to step up, we put you into the Elite. That adds CAN FD into the wireless VCI. So that gets you the new Forge, even the new Chrysler functionality with some extra online functionality based on this tool as well. Plus, we can add ADAS. So if you're wanting to do ADAS, this is the way to go. This is going to be your least expensive option to get into ADAS. The next step up from that is going to be the Phoenix Smart. The Phoenix Smart comes with a J2534 box, comes with server-based options, comes with the ability to add ADAS. You can add key programming to any of these tools as well, but here's the secret. With the Phoenix Smart, you can also add heavy-duty coverage. So if you are a shop that does automotive and heavy-duty, you can do that on one platform now for less than $3,000, which is absolutely unheard of. Still comes with 2 years of automotive included in that device. And then we have the big boy. The big boy is going to be the Phoenix Max. The Phoenix Max kit comes with a 4-channel scope, a docking station, and a J2534 device. If you don't want a scope, you can get the Max Basic. You're looking at $4,000 for the Max Basic, $4,500 for the Max with the scope and the docking station. Probably by far one of our most popular tools. And yes, you can add HD, you can add ADAS, you can add key programming. Kind of see where I'm going? We can add to these tools and make them expandable without having to buy a completely new tool. But Rob, there's more to it. We can get even into specific level tools. So if you want to do Asian and domestic key programming, we can do that with the T-Ninja Pro. This gives us the ability to do key programming, add keys, erase keys, all keys lost, all from one platform at a very friendly price. If you're doing module programming, if you're doing complete rebuilds of the cars, sometimes you have to do key programming as well. It kind of forces you into adding those factory keys back in. We can do that with the T-Ninja Pro. And then the last one I'll show you is going to be our Ultra Diag. So our Ultra Diag gives us all that key programming ability, but also adds the ability to do diagnostics. So diagnostics and key programming in one tool for a very competitive price. So this is a perfect tool to add to your arsenal as well. If you think you have every tool on the market, this is the tool to add to it to be able to fill in those gaps, to be able to do that key programming, that pre-scan, post-scan reports. If you haven't noticed, TOPDON's growing, adding more and more products, more and more functionality. I'm going to show you just a little teaser. These are TechView glasses. So imagine being able to see what the technician sees. If you're a shop that has multiple locations, you have new techs, and you want to help support them, you can do that with the TechView glasses. You can see what the technician sees, they have their hands free, you can talk to them and hear what they're saying through that glasses as well. So these are coming in March of 2024. So a lot of innovation coming on in the TOPDON booth, and a lot of good stuff coming. If you haven't seen the EV chargers, we're doing that as well. Thermal cameras, you've seen that on the channel, you know what those are. Lots of great stuff happening here in the TOPDON world, so make sure you check us out, and make sure you like and subscribe to the Mr. Subaru channel because he's gonna have more content coming too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up.
Thank you so much, Chad. Guys, we're out here still at SEMA 2023, and we are in the Tone booth. Finally get to meet some people from Tone. We've been talking about Tone tools for a long time on the channel, both on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I've imported quite a bit of them. You guys love the open-end ratcheting wrenches and a lot of the other unique tools from Tone, and we can see a big spread of Tone tools here on display at SEMA. We do now know, just talking to them this weekend, that there is plans to bring Tone to the U.S. market. A lot of you were having issue with trying to get Tone tools from Japan, even with Amazon Japan, the way I've been getting them. But we do know that they are in the works of getting a US distribution route for Tone. So you will be able to soon enough get your hands on all these Tone tools from Japan a lot easier in the US and not have to go through all the importing and rigmarole that we've had to in the past. And hopefully those wait times will be much less. This set, of course, we did a video on, went absolutely viral on TikTok, almost 1 million views. I waited almost a year to get my hands on these. These look very familiar, I'm sure, to some of you from another manufacturer. And just a big lineup of tools from Tone. Unlike some other Japanese tool manufacturers, Tone is a full line manufacturer of tools, seller of tools. They have toolboxes, big toolboxes. They've got all of your socketry items, pliers, hammers, wrenches, all of the above, anything that you could need, anything you would want. Even do the foam inlays for organization in your tool bags.
Do you have these? I have these, yes.
So guys, now we're at REDLINE Detection, and we are here with Chuck, and he's going to tell us more about REDLINE and some of their products and why you might need them for your garage and working on your Subaru.
Yeah, so today what I'll show you here is a dual unit. We call it a dual purpose diagnostic leak locator. And the beauty of this unit is that you have an EVAP unit, which a lot of people are used to doing. So for vapid emissions testing, half a PSI, regulated pressure, and you get an adjustable flow. On this side of the unit, we've got a little calibration port here on the side that's calibrated to a 20,000 leak standard, which is typical. That's what the computer in the vehicle will test to know whether that's pass-fail. So you can definitely use this side of the unit, but what's much more interesting, I think, these days is that combined with this unit, we also get the turbo side, which is a high-pressure unit built into this machine. And the high pressure goes from 2 psi to 20 psi. And what we're doing there is we want to safely simulate the boost pressure of turbo systems or forced induction systems, okay? And so that's what this is used for. So in this demonstration here, we've got our bladders set up. Now these bladders, we have two types of bladders. This is for EVAP testing. You can blow them up by hand. And then we've got, I'm sorry, typing that up. And we have other bladders here that are also that you can use for high pressure testing, and they use a tire inflator to be able to inflate in there. So it makes it easy to get the visual vapor or smoke, is a common term. You can put this into the intake under pressure, and you can find boost leaks. You can find issues with crankcase. You can check the crankcase for leaks. Seals, exhausts. So for this, we're going to do an intake leak test here. So what I'm going to do is switch this machine on here to the turbo side, so that's the high pressure side. I'm going to select vapor test. You can also do air only tests, so if you want to just pressurize something, you can lock out the pressure and do a leak down test with it. But right now we're going to do a vapor test. So we're going to plug that into this system here, and we're going to see if we can find any leaks in this intake. The system's going to come up and reach equilibrium. So the pressure will come up, the flow rate will go down as that pressurizes. And as that pressurizes, we're going to now grab our flashlight here, which is tuned for this kind of smoke. So this is a mineral oil. It's vaporized, not burned, so it's safe to, you can inhale, it's perfectly safe. And we're going to start looking for leak locations around on this vehicle. So what I'm going to do is look around the turbo, look around the intake, start looking for all these leak locations. I can already hear one that's moving. So right here I'm finding a leak. I don't know if that's easy enough to see on the camera there. But there's a leak right there at that clamp, and a clamp is actually a very common place where you find leaks. There's another leak back here. Matter of fact, this one, you can even hear, it's vibrating. Usually you can't hear leaks, but even when I close it, you can see, and you don't hear it, you can see that that's leaking there. Hopefully that's coming through on camera there. So it's as easy as that. So what we like to say, I'd like to turn that off there. What we like to say is, these are not not just leak locators, but they're also cash registers for a business, because in 5 minutes I can do an exhaust, in 5 minutes I can do an intake, and I can look for those leak locations, and those are more jobs that you can do. Save fuel economy, save those customer comebacks, get rid of those codes the first time, fix it right the first time. So this is a great machine. It's nice because we have both sides built into one, so you have all this capability. They come with a great accessory kit, the inflatable bladders, the power intakes we call them, and yeah, you can find more information at www.redlinedetection.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Chuck, out here at Redline Detection.